Hi, it's me, the dummy again. Many of us have heard of the term debt ceiling, but few people actually understand what it means. Basically, the United States government spends more money than it has, so in order to pay for itself, it borrows money. In layman's terms, the debt ceiling is the maximum amount of money that the government is allowed to borrow during a specific time. The United States Department of Treasury issues bonds in order to get the money to pay off debt, but issuing bonds in excess of the debt ceiling requires the approval of Congress. Remember that these bonds ultimately have to be paid back with interest. Let's put this in everyday terms that we all can understand what is really going on here. Let's say that you make $4,000 a month with your job, but your monthly bills are $6,000 a month. So every month, you will be short $2,000. Not a problem, because you can just put it on your credit card. As interest continues to build, that monthly deficit in your budget continues to increase over time. So now, you call your credit card company and ask them to extend you more credit. No? Why not? Why can't we all just keep running up our credit cards and paying them off with other credit cards? The answer is very simple. Eventually, we will be so far into debt that we will default on our loans and go into bankruptcy. Of course, no one could imagine the United States government going into bankruptcy. That would just be mad. Not to mention that it would destroy the economy of the United States and lead us into something worse than the Great Depression. My question is, why can't we just cut spending? The answer is really simple. We have been operating for the past 4 years without even having a budget, so how could we cut spending? The president has not shown any leadership with fiscal concerns aside from his empty speeches and divisive accusations of people playing politics. The real truth here is that there is no CEO on the face of the planet that could last 4 years without having a budget. I bet if you just swiped your credit card without looking at your balance, you would not get very far either. Why do we let the government do this? There is so much pork attached to bills that get passed in Congress that it is ridiculous. It's not limited to either party. It happens on both sides of the fence and it is going to lead to destruction. Why can't Congress just act in the best interests of the country? I'll admit, it would be helpful to have a president that spent as much time in the Oval Office as he did on the golf course. You need to write your congressman and ask them to start cutting back, before we spend ourselves into famine. Personally, I believe that there are only a few areas where we should be spending federal tax dollars in order to benefit everyone. Defense and infrastructure such as roads, bridges and technology. That's pretty much it. Why must we continue to give other countries money when they are not even friendly to us? That is like giving someone money for Christmas and then they take a dump on your front doorstep. Why would you continue to send them gifts? And we are not talking about chump change either. We are talking about billions of dollars. When I go to the grocery store, I buy what I need within the limits of my monthly budget. Shouldn't the government be held to the same standard? Do people really think that the government will always have an endless supply of money? This cycle needs to be broken before it breaks the American people. How does the president think he's going to pay for everyone in the country to receive health care if we can't even budget our money and spending now? But that is a subject for another video. We are in for a long ride and I can tell you that the outcome does not look good if we do not change course now. Where is this hope and change that we were promised? There is no change. Same direction at an accelerated pace, same empty promises from the same old suits. We need to stop and think now.